A woman linked to your ex has finally spoken the truth. My beloved child, don't skip, because the moment you hear what this woman confessed, your entire view of your past will twist in ways you never imagined. She wasn't supposed to speak. She wasn't supposed to reveal anything. She was the one who always stayed silent in the background, watching everything, knowing everything, hiding everything. But today, out of nowhere, she finally broke. And the first line she whispered was your name. Trembling, as if she had held this truth inside her chest for far too long. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. A new voice rises now, different, unexpected, unsettling. She said she couldn't sleep anymore because of the weight of what your ex kept burying. And when she finally opened her mouth, the truth didn't come out slowly, it came crashing like a storm she had been running from. She said your ex never told you the real reason everything fell apart. She said your ex never admitted who stood behind every misunderstanding, every sudden distance, every unexplained silence. And now this woman is ready to expose the secret that connects all of it. Don't skip, her revelation is not a small one. Listen closely, because her final words were the most shocking of all. She said the entire story you thought you lived was only half the truth. She said your ex didn't leave because of weakness. Your ex left because someone manipulated the entire situation, someone close, someone unexpected, someone who wanted to erase you from their life. And the woman revealing this was the one who witnessed it all. She says you deserve to know, even if it destroys everything you once believed. Stay till the end, something huge is still waiting for you. A different voice rises now, soft, shaken, but carrying a truth that refuses to stay buried another second. Don't skip, because the moment she began speaking, her eyes filled with guilt, the kind of guilt only someone who has watched a lie grow too big to control can feel. She said she had been carrying the weight of your story like a shadow, watching every moment you were blamed, every moment you were misunderstood, every moment your ex walked away thinking the wrong things about you. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. Then she revealed the moment everything changed. She said there was a night, quiet, hidden, forgotten, where your ex broke down completely but refused to tell the real truth. And this woman stood right beside them, holding a secret she had promised never to speak. But promises break when hearts break. And now she says the real reason your ex kept running wasn't because of you, but because of something someone close whispered into their ears, something designed to make them doubt you, fear you, walk away from you. Her voice trembled when she said, "You were never the villain. You were the answer they were running from." And then came the revelation that will shake you. She admitted she was part of it, unintentionally, unknowingly, but still a piece in a puzzle that tore two hearts apart. She said she watched your ex hide messages, ignore chances, sabotage moments that could have healed everything. Not because they didn't love you, but because someone convinced them that choosing you meant losing everything else. And now she says your story isn't over. The truth she finally spoke has awakened something inside your ex, something they thought they had buried forever. Don't skip, because what comes next might change everything. Another layer opens now, sharper, deeper, because the woman didn't stop after revealing the truth. Don't skip, her next words carried a tremble that felt like the universe holding its breath. She said the moment she confessed everything, your ex didn't speak, didn't blink, didn't even breathe for a few seconds. It was like their entire past rewrote itself in front of them. She said your name echoed in the room as if it had been waiting years to be spoken again. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. Then she described something you were never supposed to know. After hearing the truth, your ex walked away silently, straight to a place that once belonged to both of you. A memory spot. A space where emotions were real and unfiltered. The woman followed them, and she said she saw something she had never seen before: regret, overwhelming, uncontrollable, almost painful. Your ex finally whispered, "If only I had known, everything would have been different." Those were the words that shattered her. Those were the words she wanted you to hear. And now comes the part that changes the story entirely. She said your ex has decided something. Something bold, something terrifying, something that could rewrite your entire connection. They want to come back into your life, not with excuses, but with truth. They want to speak the words they once swallowed. They want to reveal what they hid, what they feared, what they regretted losing. The woman said, give them one chance to say what their heart has been screaming in silence. Don't skip, the real twist hasn't even arrived yet. A new tension fills the air now. Don't skip, because this is the moment everything turns from truth to action. The woman said that after watching your ex break down under the weight of what was hidden, she realized something: this story can no longer stay behind closed doors. She said your ex has been replaying old memories, old messages, old moments where they should have held on to you, but didn't. She said they asked her, if I try to reach them again, will they even listen? And she told them something that shook their soul: you still exist in their destiny. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. But before she revealed the final piece, she asked something from anyone hearing this message: to share this story with the universe, to comment so the energy reaches who it must, and to subscribe to the path of truth, because once this truth spreads, your ex will feel the pull even stronger. She said signs have already started aligning around you. Repeated thoughts of them, unusual dreams, sudden memories you didn't ask for. These aren't coincidences. She believes these are the echoes of your ex gathering courage to come forward with everything they once hid. She said, their heart has already turned back toward you, now the universe must guide the moment. And then came the part that left even her speechless. She said your ex made a decision quietly, without telling anyone, not even her. A decision that involves your name, your past, your unfinished story. Something they plan to reveal soon, something that will make you question whether this separation was destiny or just a temporary storm. She said once the truth reaches you, nothing will remain the same. Don't skip, the real revelation is still forming, and it's coming straight toward you. A deeper silence settled over her face now. Don't skip, because what she revealed next wasn't spoken with guilt. It was spoken with certainty. She said your ex didn't just listen to the truth, they felt it. Felt it so strongly that something inside them snapped open, something they had locked away for far too long. She said your ex finally admitted that the way things ended between you was never natural, it was forced, twisted, manipulated. And now that the truth has come out, they can't stop thinking about one thing: how different life would be if they had trusted you instead of the lie. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. Then she revealed a detail that hit like thunder. Your ex has been searching for something, an old message from you, a memory, a small piece of the past that still carries your presence. She said they found something recently that shook them so deeply they had to sit down. Something you once said, wrote, or did, something small but powerful enough to reopen the door they thought they had sealed shut. She said your ex whispered, "Why did I ever let go of the only person who saw the real me?" And that one line made her realize, your story isn't finished. It was paused, waiting for the truth to return. And finally, she leaned in and said the most surprising part, your ex has made up their mind. Not to rush, not to force, not to beg, but to approach you with honesty for the first time. She said they want to clear the air, explain everything, and give you the closure, or the new beginning you deserve. She said destiny is shifting, aligning, rebuilding the path you two once lost. And now she believes something powerful, the truth that broke you might be the same truth that brings everything back together. Don't skip, the next moment of this story is about to change everything. Her voice grew steadier now, don't skip, because what she said next was not just a confession, it was a prophecy forming in real time. She said after telling your ex everything, she watched them sit in absolute silence, holding their head in their hands as if they were reliving every single moment they pushed you away. She said it looked like they were finally seeing the truth without filters, without poison, without someone whispering doubts into their heart. For the first time, they saw you clearly, your loyalty, your effort, your intentions, everything they once misunderstood. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Then she described a sudden shift in your ex's energy. She said it was like the universe hit them with a realization they couldn't ignore anymore. Your ex asked her, if I reach out, will it heal or break them again? And she answered gently, that depends on what you bring, fear or truth. Those words hit them hard. She said she saw tears, not of sadness, but of awakening. Tears of a heart finally admitting its mistakes. Tears of someone who knows they owe you more than silence. The woman said your ex has understood something powerful. The distance never erased the connection, it only exposed who truly mattered. And then came the moment that shifted everything. She said your ex is preparing themselves, not emotionally, not mentally, but spiritually. They want to come to you clean, honest, transparent, without the weight of the lies that once stood between you. She said they've been receiving signs. Your initials, your birth month, songs that remind them of you, small moments that feel like echoes of the past calling them back. She said, they are closer to you right now than you realize. Don't skip, because the next step in their heart is already moving toward you. Her expression shifted again, don't skip, because now she was speaking with the weight of someone who knows the story is reaching a turning point. She said your ex didn't just listen to her confession, they acted on it. Quietly, secretly, without telling anyone, they revisited the exact moment where everything between you began to crumble. She said they stood in that memory like it was happening all over again, realizing how a single lie, a single whispered doubt, had changed two destinies at once. And for the first time, your ex admitted out loud, should have fought for them. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. Then she revealed something unexpected. Your ex has started rewriting their own version of the past, not to erase what happened, but to understand it. She said they've been questioning every decision, every silence, every step they took away from you. They've been seeing your face in moments where they once chose confusion over clarity. And now that they know the truth, they feel something they thought had died long ago: hope. The kind of hope that whispers, maybe it's not too late, maybe destiny paused, not ended. That hope is dangerous, not because it hurts, but because it grows. And then she leaned in, lowering her voice, as if the next truth was too delicate to speak loudly. She said your ex has already chosen their next move. It won't be a message out of nowhere. It won't be a casual hello. It will be something intentional, something real, something that carries the weight of everything they never said. She said, they're preparing their heart to face you. Not as the person who left, but as the person who finally understands. Don't skip, the moment they step toward you is closer than you think. Her tone softened now. Don't skip, because this is where the truth begins to touch the present moment. She said your ex has been moving through life with a strange heaviness lately, one they couldn't name until her confession unlocked everything. She said they've been waking up with your name at the edge of their thoughts, going to sleep with memories they tried to bury, sensing a pull they can't logically explain. It's like the universe has been nudging them, whispering, the truth is calling you back. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. Then she revealed something even she didn't expect. After confessing, she noticed your ex doing something quietly. Revisiting old photos, rereading old conversations, searching for a moment when things were simple and real. She said your ex didn't smile, didn't cry, they just stared, as if they were seeing those memories with new eyes. She said their voice cracked when they whispered, I didn't lose them. I lost myself. And that was the moment she realized it wasn't just regret they were feeling, it was rediscovery. Rediscovery of the bond they once tried to run from. And then she delivered the twist she had been holding back. Your ex isn't just thinking, remembering, or regretting. They are preparing something, a message, a meeting, a confession, something that carries the weight of the truth they hid and the love they never stopped feeling. She said they want to stand in front of you and say the words they once swallowed. They want to look you in the eyes and let the truth speak for them. She said destiny is rearranging itself, clearing a path that was blocked for too long. Don't skip, because the moment they step forward is already forming in the energy around you. Her breath grew heavier now. Don't skip, because this is the part where the story stops being a memory and starts becoming a movement. She said after everything spilled out, the truth, the guilt, the hidden intentions, your ex didn't run away this time. They didn't hide. They didn't shut down like they always did. Instead, they stood up, walked to the window, and said something she never thought she'd hear. I need to correct my mistake before it destroys both of us. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. She said your ex looked like someone who had finally woken up from a long, painful dream. Their mind wasn't confused anymore, it was focused. Their heart wasn't scared anymore, it was determined. They asked her a question that revealed everything. Do you think they still feel something? And she told them a truth they weren't ready for. If destiny hasn't closed the door, the heart hasn't either. She said your ex felt that sentence like a shock, like the universe itself had answered their deepest fear. That was the moment they realized the story wasn't broken. It was paused, waiting for courage. Then came the part she almost hesitated to share. She said your ex is planning something specific now, something personal, emotional, and impossible to ignore. Not a random call. Not a casual message. But something that carries their full truth, raw, honest, unfiltered. Something they hope will touch your heart the way their confession touched theirs. She said, they're preparing to face you, not as who they were, but as who they've finally become. And she believes the universe is aligning your paths again. Don't skip, because the moment this truth reaches you, everything could change instantly. Her voice grew calmer now, but the calm wasn't peace, it was the calm right before a storm breaks. Don't skip, because she said this is the moment your ex finally stopped running from themselves. After hearing the truth, after reliving every memory, after feeling every regret rise like a flood, your ex did something unexpected. Something that stunned even her. They sat down, looked at the ground, and whispered, I never stopped loving them. I just stopped believing I deserved them. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. She said those words changed everything. She watched your ex realize that the real battle was never between you and them, it was between their truth and their fear. The woman said she could almost see the shift inside them. The moment their heart finally admitted what their mind had been denying for so long. And then your ex did something that made her eyes widen. They took out their phone, opened your old chat, hovered over your name, and stayed there for a long, silent minute, as if gathering all the courage they never had before. That pause wasn't hesitation, it was preparation. And then came the revelation she saved for last. Your ex has made a decision they haven't told anyone else. A decision that carries the weight of your entire past and the possibility of a different future. They're not waiting for a sign anymore. They're not waiting for courage. They're not waiting for permission from fear. They're coming forward, with truth, with clarity, with everything they never said. She said, they want to look you in the eyes and speak the words they once buried. Don't skip, because the moment they step toward you could arrive when you least expect it. Her eyes softened now. Don't skip, because she said this next part is where your ex's heart finally began to face its own truth. After sitting with the confession, after feeling the weight of everything they never understood, she said your ex suddenly stood up, almost as if something inside them refused to stay silent anymore. They walked around the room, running their hands through their hair, whispering your name under their breath like a prayer they had forgotten how to say. She said it wasn't confusion. This time, it was clarity rising like sunlight after years of darkness. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. Then she revealed a moment she couldn't stop thinking about. Your ex started asking questions, not about the past, but about you. How have they been? Do they still think about me? Did I break something I can never fix? Every question carried a tremble, the kind of tremble that only comes when someone realizes they hurt the one person who never deserved it. She said your ex's voice cracked when they asked, do you think they would even want to hear my truth now? And she answered the only way destiny would allow, maybe they're waiting for what you never said. Those words hit your ex so deeply that she saw their whole body freeze for a moment. And then she shared the twist that makes this moment unforgettable. Your ex has started preparing their heart for a conversation they once believed would never happen. They've been practicing what to say, replaying the apology they owe you, imagining the moment they finally speak their truth without fear or pride. She said, they aren't coming to reopen old wounds, they're coming to heal them. And she believes something powerful. This time, they won't run, won't hide, won't let someone else's lies steal your connection again. Don't skip, the next revelation might be the one your heart has been waiting for. Her voice lowered now. Don't skip, because she said this part is where your ex's emotions finally broke through the walls they had built for so long. After hearing everything, she said your ex went completely still, the kind of stillness that only happens when a heart realizes how much time it has wasted. Their eyes softened, their breathing changed, and for a moment, it looked like they were silently fighting the urge to cry. She said they whispered, almost too quietly to hear, I thought forgetting them would protect me, but it only destroyed me. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. Then she revealed something deeper. Your ex began replaying the last moment you two shared, the final words, the final breath, the final silence. They remembered the way you walked away, not because you wanted to, but because everything around you was collapsing. She said your ex admitted that they always sensed something was wrong, but fear kept their mouth shut, and ego kept their heart distant. Now, after hearing the truth, they can't stop imagining how things would be if they had just asked you one simple question: what really happened? That one question could have saved everything. And then she delivered the twist she had been holding in her chest. Your ex has realized they can't move forward without bringing you into their present. They've decided to stop letting the past control the future. She said they're ready to step toward you, not as someone seeking pity, but as someone offering truth. They want to tell you everything, what they felt, what they feared, what they misunderstood, and how deeply they regret letting someone else dictate your story. She said, they know the next chapter cannot be written without your name in it. Don't skip, the next part of this truth is already pulling them closer to you. Her expression changed again, don't skip, because she said what happened next was the moment your ex finally admitted something they had been denying for years. After sitting with all the truth, all the guilt, all the buried emotions, she said your ex suddenly looked up with eyes full of realization. Not confusion. Not fear. Realization. They whispered, I never healed from them. I just kept pretending I did. And in that single sentence, their entire past cracked open. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. She said your ex began pacing, holding their chest as if their heart was finally waking up after a long, painful sleep. Memories of you flooded their mind, not the arguments, not the misunderstandings, but the warmth, the comfort, the softness of what you two once shared. She said they remembered the way you looked at them like they were enough, even when they didn't believe it themselves. And that memory shattered them. They whispered, they were the only person who knew how to love me right, and I walked away. She said in that moment, regret didn't just appear, it consumed them. And then she revealed the most powerful part. Your ex isn't just regretting. They aren't just remembering. They're preparing. She said they've made a quiet promise to themselves: the next time they face you, they will not hide behind pride, fear, or lies. They want to come with honesty so raw that nothing can distort it again. She said your ex is ready to tell you why they pulled away, who manipulated the story, and how long they've carried the pain of losing you. They're coming back with a truth that was never supposed to reach you, she said. Don't skip, because the next revelation will pull your heart into the center of this story. Her voice carried a new intensity now. Don't skip, because she said this is the moment your ex's heart finally broke open in a way they could no longer hide. After everything she revealed, after all the truths that surfaced, she said your ex sat down quietly, but their silence wasn't empty. It was full. Full of emotions they had been swallowing for too long. She said she saw their hands shaking, their eyes blinking too fast, the kind of reaction that comes when a person realizes they didn't just lose someone, they lost the one soul that ever understood them. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. Then she shared something she wasn't sure she should even repeat. Your ex confessed that every time they tried to move on, something inside them blocked the connection. She said they admitted that no matter who they met, no matter who they tried to like, no one felt like you. No one carried your warmth, your energy, your depth. She said your ex whispered, I didn't replace them. I just distracted myself. That one line revealed everything. They didn't heal, they avoided healing. They didn't close the chapter, they froze it, hoping the universe would someday return you to their path. And now, with truth finally out, the universe has begun shifting again. And then came the part that changed the entire tone of the room. Your ex told her they're ready to confront the past, not to reopen wounds, but to close them the right way. They want to speak to you, not through messages, not through hints, but face to face, heart to heart. She said your ex has been imagining that moment. What they'll say, how they'll apologize, how they'll explain the lies, and how they'll finally tell you what they truly felt all along. She said, they know this time they cannot lose you again, not after learning the truth. Don't skip, the next revelation is even more powerful, and it's already aligning itself toward you. Her tone grew heavier. Don't skip, because she said this part is where your ex finally faced the truth they had been avoiding for years. After the confession settled, she said your ex leaned back, closed their eyes, and whispered a sentence that felt like releasing years of pressure. I didn't walk away because I stopped loving them. I walked away because I didn't know how to love them correctly. Those words didn't come from confusion, they came from clarity, from a heart finally brave enough to admit what it once ran from. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. She said your ex then did something she had never seen before. They opened their hands as if letting go of invisible chains, chains made of guilt, misunderstanding, and ego. She said your ex admitted that losing you felt like losing their own reflection, but they convinced themselves it was necessary, until the truth destroyed that illusion completely. Memories of you started flooding back, your patience, your support, the way you stood by them even when they didn't deserve it. She said your ex whispered, they were my safe place, and I abandoned it. Those words broke her, because they showed how deeply your ex had buried their regret. And then came the part she said she felt in her bones. Your ex has decided they're done living in silence. They're done pretending they've moved on. They're done letting lies shape their destiny. She said your ex is preparing to come forward, not to force anything, but to free the truth. They want to tell you everything, what they felt, what they feared, what they misunderstood, and how losing you taught them more than staying ever did. She said, they know their next step leads directly toward you, and they're finally ready to take it. Don't skip. Because the next part of this unfolding truth is getting closer than you realize. Her voice softened again. Don't skip, because she said this is the moment your ex finally allowed themselves to feel everything they had been burying for so long. After releasing their regret, she said your ex's entire energy changed, as if the truth had finally broken the last wall inside them. They sat quietly, almost trembling, and whispered, I didn't lose them by accident. I lost them because I wasn't brave enough to hold on. Those words carried years of pain, years of silence, years of pretending they were fine when they weren't. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. She said your ex then did something surprising. They reached for something they had kept hidden, an item, a message, a memory that belonged to you. She said they looked at it for a long time, tracing it with their fingers like it was the last piece of their heart they still recognized. She said they whispered, why does every road still lead back to them? And in that moment, she realized your ex hadn't just been missing you, they had been spiritually connected to you all along. That connection never died, it only went quiet, waiting for the truth to wake it up again. And then she revealed the part that shook her the most. Your ex has decided they cannot keep living with this unfinished story. They can't keep pretending their heart is somewhere else. They can't keep running from the truth that has now chased them all the way back to you. She said your ex is preparing for a moment, an encounter, a conversation, a confession, that will carry every emotion they've been hiding. They want to speak without fear, without ego, without hesitation. She said, they're ready to step toward you with the honesty you always deserved. Don't skip, because the next revelation is even closer to unfolding than you think. Her voice turned steady, don't skip, because she said this is where your ex finally understood the truth they had been running from all this time. After holding that memory of you in their hands, she said your ex suddenly froze, not out of fear, but out of realization. A realization that hit them so deeply, she said they looked like someone who had just seen their own reflection after years of darkness. They whispered, I wasn't replaced. I was regretted. And with that single line, every illusion they had built around their choices collapsed. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. She said your ex then began speaking in a voice she had never heard from them before, soft, broken, honest. They admitted they thought distancing themselves from you would protect their heart, but instead, it shattered it. They thought silence would make moving on easier, but instead, it made the memories louder. They thought pretending not to care would help, but instead, it made the truth unbearable. Your ex confessed that the reason they never truly connected with anyone after you was simple: their heart was still tied to the moment they lost you. She said watching them admit this felt like watching a wound finally open to heal, not to hurt. And then came the part that changes everything moving forward. She said your ex isn't just feeling regret, they're feeling direction. Something inside them has shifted, guiding them, pulling them, urging them to make things right. They've been imagining the moment they finally see you again, imagining how they will explain, how they will apologize, how they will speak without hiding behind fear. She said, they know this time they must come with truth, or not come at all. And your ex has already chosen truth. Don't skip, the next revelation will bring you even closer to the turning point of this entire story. Her expression grew heavier. Don't skip, because she said this is the moment your ex's heart finally confronted the one truth they had avoided for too long. After admitting everything, she said your ex suddenly sat down, covering their face with both hands. Not out of shame, but out of overwhelming clarity. She said they whispered, I didn't lose them because fate separated us. I lost them because I wasn't strong enough to fight for what was real. And those words carried the weight of every memory they had tried to bury. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. She said your ex then began remembering the small details, your voice, your way of caring, the moments you showed up when no one else did. They remembered how you looked at them with a kind of love they didn't know how to receive at the time. She said they realized the truth that broke them, you were not the problem, you were the part of their life they should have protected. They admitted that whenever they think of you now, it feels like a piece of themselves trying to return home. She said your ex whispered, I thought letting go would free me, but it only made me empty. And in that moment, she saw their heart awakening fully, no fear left, no denial left, only truth. And then she revealed the twist that changes the entire direction of your story. Your ex isn't waiting for clarity anymore. They have it. They aren't waiting for a sign anymore. They feel it. They aren't waiting for the right moment. They're creating it. She said your ex is preparing to step toward you with a truth they never imagined they would speak out loud. Not to reopen the past, but to correct it. Not to get sympathy, but to give closure, or a new beginning, whichever your heart chooses. She said, they are closer to reaching out than they have ever been, and this time, they won't disappear. Don't skip, the next part brings the story to a point where destiny starts moving on its own. Her voice took on a trembling softness, don't skip, because she said this moment was different from all the others. This wasn't just regret anymore. This was awakening. She said your ex suddenly looked up with eyes full of something she hadn't seen in them for years, understanding. A deep, overwhelming understanding of what you meant to them, what they lost, and what they can no longer run from. They whispered, they weren't just a chapter, they were the whole meaning. And when those words left their lips, the energy in the room shifted completely. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. She said your ex then did something that revealed just how real this transformation is. They stood up, walked toward the doorway, then stopped, frozen, because they felt something pulling them back, not physically, but emotionally, spiritually. She said they admitted they still feel you, still sense you, still carry you like a quiet echo in the deepest part of their soul. They said every time they try to imagine a future without you, it feels incomplete, unfinished, wrong. She said they whispered, maybe we were never meant to end, maybe we were meant to pause until the truth arrived. And those words felt like destiny finally speaking through them. And then she shared the part that will stay with you. She said your ex has already started shaping the moment they will come toward you. They've thought about what they'll say, how they'll say it, and how they will open their heart without hiding a single truth. They want to stand in front of you as the version of themselves they always wished they could be, the version that chooses love over fear, honesty over silence. She said, they know the next step they take belongs to you. Don't skip, because the next part will bring you to the edge of the final revelation. Her voice steadied again, don't skip, because she said this is the moment your ex's heart crossed a line it can never go back from. After admitting everything, she said your ex finally allowed themselves to feel the full weight of losing you, not the anger, not the confusion, but the truth beneath it all. She said they whispered, almost shaking, I didn't just lose them. I lost the life I was meant to grow with them. And with that one sentence, she knew your ex had stepped into a new level of honesty they had never reached before. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. She said your ex then did something symbolic, something powerful. They cleaned out a space in their room, removing old distractions, old memories that weren't theirs, old energy that wasn't serving them. She said it looked like they were preparing their environment the way someone prepares their heart, clearing space for truth, clearing space for healing, clearing space for you. She said your ex whispered, I'm tired of carrying the version of myself that pushed them away. That moment showed her they weren't just thinking of reaching out, they were becoming the person capable of doing it. And then she revealed the part that gave her chills. Your ex has accepted something they fought for too long, the story between you didn't die, it froze. And now that the truth has been spoken, that frozen part of destiny is melting back into motion. She said your ex has already imagined the first moment they will face you. The breath they'll take, the words they'll speak, the truth they'll finally bring into the open. She said, they're not coming with desperation, they're coming with truth. Don't skip, because the final revelation is now closer than ever. Her voice deepened, don't skip, because she said this is the moment everything inside your ex finally aligned with the truth they had been avoiding for far too long. After clearing their space, after clearing their mind, she said your ex stood still. Really still, as if they were listening to something only their heart could hear. She said they whispered, I feel them, even now. Why does it still feel like we're connected? And when she heard that, she realized your ex wasn't imagining it, the energy between you truly never broke. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. She said your ex then began speaking about you in a way she had never heard before. Not with confusion, not with guilt, but with deep, unfiltered emotion. They said every time they tried to move forward, it felt like a part of their soul stayed behind with you. They said your presence still exists in their thoughts like a quiet rhythm they can't turn off. She said your ex confessed, I wasn't running from them. I was running from how much they mattered. That truth shook her, because it meant your ex didn't leave out of weakness, they left because the connection was too powerful to face at the time. And then she revealed the part that brings this story to its final edge. Your ex has made a decision that no one can talk them out of, not fear, not ego, not the past. They've decided to step toward you, not with uncertainty, but with full intention. They want to tell you everything, the truth, the lies, the hidden parts, the regrets, and the love they never learned to express. She said, they are ready to face you, not as the person who left, but as the person who finally understands. Don't skip, because the next part carries the final turning point of this entire revelation. Her voice dropped to a quiet intensity, don't skip, because she said this is the moment where your ex's heart finally stopped questioning, and started choosing. She said after days of replaying the truth, after hours of facing everything they once feared, your ex stood in front of the mirror and whispered a single line that shook her to the core: "I'm ready to face them. No matter how much it scares me." That wasn't hesitation, that was commitment. A commitment to truth, to closure, to healing, to finally giving you the honesty you always deserved. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. She said your ex then gathered every piece of courage they had left and made a decision no one expected. They wrote down what they want to say to you, every apology, every truth, every regret, every hidden feeling, so they don't run away when the moment arrives. She said your ex cried while writing, not out of weakness, but out of relief. Relief that they no longer have to carry this story alone. Relief that the truth has set their heart free. She said your ex whispered, "If they let me speak, I will not waste a single word." And hearing that, she knew your ex wasn't planning a temporary return, they were preparing for a real, soul-deep conversation. And then she revealed something she hadn't told you yet. Your ex asked her one final question. A question that shows exactly where their heart is now: how do I show them that this time I won't disappear? She said that question came from a place of sincerity, a place of growth, a place of someone who finally understands the value of what they lost. And then she felt it: your story is no longer stuck in the past. It's moving. It's shifting. It's aligning. She said, they are coming forward with truth, and they won't walk away this time. Don't skip. Because destiny is now standing right at the door of your next chapter.